Go for it.
Hi, little chefs. How we doing? Kids want to say something to you.
Thank you, Debbie. I love it. Thank you, Debbie. I love it.
Who's that from?
Debbie Lawler.
You guys say thank you?
Yes.
We appreciate it. Thank you. And who's this from?
Give me a second.
Hold on, man. We got another thing we want to say. I guess say Terry.
Trey B.
Trey B from Texas. Thank you for this. We really like it. It's pretty. I like it. She likes it because she got a spoon already like that. She really likes
At any time you send us a gift and you have a note, I keep the notes.
Yeah, she keeps them.
Yep.
So today, me and Sissy's Sissy wanted to learn how to make chicken gizzards, homemade chicken gizzard. So
That's pretty sturdy. I bet that would hurt if you hit somebody.
I got almost 4 pounds of chicken gizzards here, and we're gonna fry them. We're gonna deep fry them. I know somebody's gonna say something about it, but I don't care.
It's not their house.
So Sissy's gonna bread them put them on the sheet tray. The grease is going. It's not hot yet. We're gonna make some mashed potatoes, and I don't know yet.
Mashed potatoes.
What kind of veggies?
No, he walked away.
Peas.
Peas. Okay.
I did not hear him say a word.
And then we're gonna make some Jolly Green Giant frozen peas. That's what we're gonna do.
Sorry, guys. Ugh, got a blowout.
Maybe when I'm on next month, when me and Mom is on the road trip to go pick up Grandma, to bring her down when I go get my kidney stone thing done. Me and Mom talk about a little bit about our lifetime, what we done and everything. Give you guys a little road trip video. As the 16th, we ain't gonna have a video.
Lightly sauced is right.
That's fine.
First, I thought that said spiced rum. The heck you putting spiced rum and green beans for? Good Lord, people. Well, I guess if you're a drunk.
Yeah. You could rum on chicken, it's good.
And we had, I'm not going to mention the person's name, but we had somebody come on. And they were complaining that we're begging. And that they're going to see Papa on my 600-pound life. Ain't happening. Papa is losing weight. He's down to 399 now.
Less than that.
Wow. He ate before we went to the appointment yesterday, but still the scale said 399. Let's give Papa a round of applause, shall we? Instead of tearing the person down.
It don't bother me. I don't want to try to address the rude comments. I just let my monitors do it.
No one said anything yet.
That's who takes care of that, not me.
But I got a right to say something.
I do not beg for anything. I'm just asking for people to, if you're watching the videos, don't be afraid to subscribe and hit the bell.
Don't touch it with your fingertips. It ain't gonna bite.
It helps us out
Yes.
a lot. We really want you guys to come and join our family and have a good time and watch us eat dinner together and talk about daily things. And that's what we like to do. Amongst things, people are asking me about my life and stuff, and they don't ask Mama what she's done, and it kind of bugs her too. We both done a lot of stuff in our lifetime. Been through a lot in our lifetime. I was raised up in a small town. She was raised up in a small town.
Yeah.
This big area we live at right now is the biggest town I ever lived in.
Too big for me.
Yeah, biggest town we ever lived in our life. Maybe, you know, we live in a small town right now. This is Coal Valley. Coal Valley ain't that big. It is pretty good sized town, but it is not as small as the town I used to grow up in. Like, I grew up in a small town called Stonington. It's down in central Illinois. And I grew up in a town called Edinburgh. And then were my two towns I grew up in. And Mama, she grew up. When me and Mama met, she was living in Mount Auburn.
And that's a tiny town.
Yeah.
It's on a hill. Literally. On a hilltop.
And there ain't very many people live in that little town when we...
Nope.
When me and Mama...
There still isn't.
Mm-mm.
My 8th grade year, we took a tour of the high school, and then about 2 weeks after that, they tore the high school down because it was falling in.
You know,
You couldn't even walk on the gym floor. It was bad.
the school I went to Taylorville. That was a big school. Taylorville was. And then when I went to Edinburgh school, man, that was a totally different world. It was. Because you walk to your classroom, you're in that classroom most of the day because it's old school. It's an old school.
You didn't switch classes?
We switched classes every 3 periods. So third period.
Third period, okay.
First, second, and third period was in Mrs. Hobbs. And then I went to Mr. Johnson's in the 4th period, 5th period. I went and helped. They had a thing in Edinburgh they called helping around school. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It's a thing where they teach you jobs. And my job was, I worked in the cafeteria. And I really loved it because the cafeteria was the awesomest thing in the world.
Even though I was special education, I still got to work in the special education wing. I was in what was called Mr. Vell's class, where he had a lot of the slower learners, and I helped out in there. And I got paid for it.
And I loved that job. 4th period, I went to...
yeah, because you got free food.
4th period, I went and helped in the cafeteria. And I did everything in the cafeteria. I helped cook some of the stuff for lunch. I set up the line for lunch. I washed dishes. It didn't bother me.
Wiped off tables and seats.
Yeah, I did it all. It didn't bother me. I enjoyed it, actually.
If you was inside Taylorville High School, you would not recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
So much has changed.
And it was fun. I had a good time. I really enjoyed it. And I played sports. Coach Wagahoff, I miss him so much. He's now passed away.
What did he pass away from?
They just found him dead.
Oh, so they didn't do an autopsy?
He probably had a heart attack. That guy, when he got mad, he got mad.
Was he a big man?
No.
No? Huh.
Coach Wagahoff was a good coach.
I was going to say, if he was a big man, it might have been like heart problems, but I don't know then.
That's chicken grease.
Put me into in here.
What?
She wants you to put them in the egg whites.
Are you scared?
Egg, not egg whites.
I didn't know there was blood in there.
Yeah, you don't hurt it.
Yeah. Now, if we were on the farm, I would rinse them out in water and soak them in water to get the blood out of them. But we don't live on the farm yet. And we're not having Rocky Mountain oysters either.
And plus, it's just a chicken gizzard. All a gizzard does is break down the food particles and rocks that they eat. That's what a gizzard's for. You have a gizzard in your own body.
Actually, it's not a gizzard in our body.
It's almost like a gizzard.
It's a gallbladder.
Yeah. Still.
That's the chicken version of a gallbladder.
We're eating the chicken's gallbladder. How's that sound? But don't tell James that.
No.
He likes it. That's the only way I got him to eat them. He likes it. I don't tell him what it
But
is.
you can't get them at KFC anymore. Not up here.
Got a question. Can you guys get chicken gizzards or liver at KFC where you guys are from? Up here? Nope. Can't get them at all. And I wish you could. It's like one of my favorite
And
things.
if you mention it to them, they look at you like you're stupid.
Mm-hmm. We were born on this stuff.
Yep. I used to eat gizzards with my dad. Mom fixed a big old mess.
My grandmother, she used to fry these, deep fry them. Well, she would boil them for about 5 minutes, and then she would fry them, and then she'd make gizzard gravy. And she would cook these in gravy, and then when she got done with it, she made a big old thing of mashed potatoes, and she dumped them on top of the mashed potatoes with some corn or some peas.
You kind of
On the
moved
side.
out of frame, girlfriend.
I can't see.
They see half her face.
I don't care. You can show her. There you go. You're in the frame, full in the frame now.
Mom's killed.
Yeah, it's going to kill you. That's part of breeding.
Now you know what Papa goes through.
You said you wanted to do it, so I told you you can do it. Sissy's cooking dinner tonight, and Papa's just teaching her. I tried to teach the little hillbilly today to make... I'll put it in the grease. I tried to teach little hillbilly today to make homemade French onion soup, and I tell him, I try to teach these kids about spices and stuff. He kind of put a little bit too much white pepper in it. It's all right.
I still ate it.
So you guys wanted to know, so a little bit more about me is that I graduated from a small town. My graduation class was 12 students. That was my graduation class. I graduated with 12 other kids. Well, 11 other kids. And I ranked number 5 of my class, number 5 in my class, and I never missed any school because I was in sports. And when you're in sports, the biggest rule is if you miss school, you miss 2 games. So you always had to go to school every day. And I got Student of the Year award. And I wasn't the smartest cookie in the world. And I was always told that I would never make it in college at all. That's when I went to Taylorville School before I went to Edinburgh School. The teachers always told my mom in Taylorville School, oh, he'll never make it to college. Look at me now. I made it to college. I have a YouTube channel. And I proved them wrong. About Mama, I don't know. You can ask her right now. She could tell you. Well, I'm trying to tell them a little bit about you.
What do they want to know?
Just tell them what I'm just doing. I need to throw some of these in.
Taylorville High School, I graduated with 299 other kids. It was a class of 300. The head of special education, Mrs. Patrick, did not like my mom at all. My mom always told her off. But I did. I worked in the special education department, and then after that, I did a year or 2 years of that, and then I worked at a daycare center for a while. Basically until I graduated. And my mom, she tried to get me out of the special education classes, but by my senior year, I only had one class, and it was American History. Well, anymore now it's called American Government.
History for me.
Yeah, I know. It was a regular class, and I passed it. The rest of the time was study hall. I was glad I had the daycare job. I didn't want study hall all day long.
Why not?
No. Then after I graduated, I had a job cleaning the Mount Auburn Elementary School in the summertime, and then that was one summer, no, 2 summers, and then I worked for DeKalb, pollinating corn, and then I would harvest corn. I did that until I was 21. Had a baby when I was 21. Dad wasn't in the picture. Dad left way before then. And no, it wasn't Papa. It was another guy. And then I became... When I worked at McDonald's for a while. And then I went down to Pana, to a nursing home down there, and got my CNA degree. And I was a CNA for 20 years. And I even tried to become an RN, but I couldn't pass Human Anatomy 1 because of a certain teacher there that my sister had. And she literally told me I needed just to drop out because I wasn't going to go anywhere. That was what was, it was that and psychology. I couldn't turn my term paper in the very first psychology class I had because we had an ice storm that came through. Power went out. And I was working at a group home at the time. And I came in that morning to pass meds and get them their breakfast. All at the same time, too. The power was out, so you really couldn't cook breakfast. We had a couple, maybe 3 people that was pureed food, so I couldn't puree no food. That was kind of horrible, but they didn't have a generator either.
Look, Mom, I'm cooking. And I'm not asking everybody to do it.
Oh, God. Oh, gosh. They ended up taking the residents to the junior high where it was considered a warming center. And our boss at the time, man, he was just downright stupid. I kept telling him, the temperature's dropping more and more. We got to get out of here. Well, lucky the 2 girls that were with me that day decided we're going to start gathering up everything they're going to need because we had some that wore Depends. And we gathered up the pens, wipes. I gathered up all the medicine, the med book. And finally we were just like, we're going. We got to get these guys out of here. His idea was to make sure they don't go down the hallways. They have to stay in the living room. You're not going to keep 16 residents in a living room.
Taking your gizzards for me and take a minute break.
No. But it was stupid. I even got my mom on there for a bit. And they were okay with me bringing my son in before I took him to school. Because I had to come in and do med pass. Then they told me I wasn't allowed to bring him in no more. All because of another CNA. You know. Well, not CNA. They're called DSPs. I don't know if she was jealous or what, but... Then I went back to working in nursing homes. But I did CNA work, because I guess you could consider working in a group home CNA work when you're putting them to bed and bathing them and all that. Because I did it all, except for giving them shots.
Yes.
But yeah, me and Papa, we were high school sweethearts. We've already told you our story about that. Now we're just trying to make a life for us and the kids. A better life than what we had growing up. My parents were drunks. They drank a lot. Beer, of course.
What are you chewing?
My mom, she worked herself to death.
Yeah. I can't say that for your dad.
My dad, he was out playing around with women while my mom worked herself to death.
Uh-huh.
He said he was at work and he come home, tell my mom that he got fired for something. They always took her in the room to talk to her about it. Never wanted to say the truth, to anybody in front of them.
I hate to say it, but your dad can't tell the truth on anything.
So, my dad did 10 years in a state penitentiary because he didn't want to go to Vietnam. So, it happens. And that was before I was born. Make sure you spread them out so I can grab. Thank you. So then, that's the thing, I'm here for my kids, and that's how I am. So
I'm glad Uncle Hillbilly lives with us, because whenever we would ask his dad to go get a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread or some butter, he would get mad.
oh yeah, he'd throw a fit.
We've already spent our money paying bills, getting groceries, making sure we had gas in the car so he could go to work, so Papa could go to work, and the kids could go to school. Wasn't that hard just to go buy a gallon of milk?
Get your out of anyway.
How you doing today?
It was
What? How was today?
effing busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, no lunch again.
No lunch. You're gonna have chicken gizzards tonight?
I prefer to just stop somewhere and eat mud.
Oh, fine. Ooh, yeah, Zizzy gonna get you. She's been helping me. Oh, Zizzy. Hey.
Hey, camera's rolling, girlfriend.
Calm down, he's just playing.
You think so?
Huh?
You think so?
So just tell you a little bit about us. But we're going to come back in a few minutes after everything's done and everything's on the table so we can have you guys with us at dinner table. Don't want to make the video too long. And we'll talk to you more about it. How's that sound? So we love you all and see you guys in a few minutes. Sage, what are you supposed to do? Say peace out. Just give them a peace sign.
How is she supposed to do that?
Peace out.
Okay.
Sissy, would you like to do a prayer real quick?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dear Lord, thank you for this food tonight. Please help everyone in this world and help our friend victims, help our channel, Uncle Jay and his sister. Amen.
I don't know what else we were supposed to pray for. Do you remember? If we missed your prayer, we're sorry. Oh, you forgot to pray for Uncle Josh.
And help Uncle Josh. Amen.
He had a stroke. That's Mama's brother.
He had two.
Yeah.
Can I have some of those onion strips? Cut
Yes,
For
you can.
what?
You want to put it on your peas?
Potatoes.
No.
Let me give them to him.
You gotta dish them out.
So here's my plate, y'all. Whoops. Camera wants to fly. There's my plate. There we go.
Potatoes. Potatoes.
Hang on, guys. I gotta fix these legs.
Go on around.
Don't.
There you go.
Hang on a minute, guys. It's this.
To a fly that trying to hang around you, yeah.
I do flies.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know when it stopped.
I have no clue.
So, like we said, these are from Johnny's Meat Market.
Well, they need these. Don't put on top of it.
Put some sugar on his piece. Don't you dare.
He'll do it too.
You don't need no more sugar.
Aww. I didn't have sugar today.
Yeah, he do. Wow.
What's a waffle? Waffle's got sugar in it.
That much sugar.
When you put syrup on it, it does.
I don't use syrup.
But I put sugar in the batter.
That's why they're so sweet.
I always put sugar in my batter of waffles.
Those waffles are so sweet.
I always put sugar in, even vanilla.
I don't taste vanilla. I only taste sugar.
I always do that.
Give me some big ones.
Is this a chicken gizzard or a cow gizzard?
Chicken, because cows don't have a gizzard.
Turkey gizzard.
That's how big a turkey gizzard is.
I don't know. They're bigger, some of them are. That'd be a young turkey.
Water bristle.
Gizzard's a muscle. That's what it is. It's a muscle in down for to help the chicken to break down their feed, rocks. That's what it is.
So you eat it and
Don't eat that part.
you eat it and you find there's a stone in it, you know that it wasn't finished.
Yum! I love rocks.
Just like Lily Bell, when she was out there, she was chewing a little pebble.
Dog eats anything.
Ma, what do you think of them?
Good.
I think they're good.
We need a fresh towel in here.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like Sage did a very good job. Yay.
Everybody tell Sage she did a good job. She helped me on dinner.
Mr. Party Pooper here.
And everybody was asking about Mama's homemade rolls. The homemade hamburger buns. They want Mama to make a video on it. So, yeah, planning a video for that.
Make the cinnamon roll out of it.
She makes homemade cinnamon rolls. They're
Sit
very-
down, please. Thank you. You're sitting at a dinner table, you're supposed to sit proper, not hanging around like a monkey. With that, we'll just put you back to the zoo you came from.
Okay.
Or get you a high chair. A youth high chair.
Yeah. We'll make sure we lock it up.
What's a U5 share?
And a high chair big enough for you to sit in. Put a little tray in front of you.
And latch it, lock it, so that way you can't figure out how to unlock it.
I will. I'll figure out a way.
Actually, no.
I'll figure out how.
Put a chassis belt on you. How you do the chair.
Then you fall backwards on the chair just land on a pillow.
They do have youth high chairs. They have to have it for handicapped kids. Some of them's got to sit in like a high chair thing, like. When I worked at the prison, there's in some of that prison that I worked at, they have the handicap areas for the nut ward and everything.
Yeah.
And they ate before the prisoners did. And so they had to bring out the special chairs. And they call them chastity belts they put on them so they can eat. So they won't move around and stuff.
How high they sit?
Like a high chair.
Like right here?
Yeah.
On the belt, that's all it is a lap belt.
They put them on that chair so they won't move around so much.
And the lap belts to prevent them from getting out.
Mm-hmm. Then the regular prisoners come in and eat.
And then the weird, how about the death row prisoners?
Nope.
They're real prisoners, and never was none in that prison that I worked at.
What?
Even if there was, they would eat in their cells.
Yeah, they don't get no yard time. Most death row inmates are stuck in a cell.
No, they're not. Not the day of the day they meet their maker.
Yep.
Or they get friends escorted to our prison. We got chapel. Nobody makes enough goodness for what they did to deserve that.
What?
But now they brought back the firing squad.
What's that mean?
Hands tied up or chained up to a wall. They'll ask you got anything to say about what was going to happen, last words or anything? Yeah. Okay, good, bang. You're dead.
There's 5 guards. And all 5 of them have an AR. They got a guy in the chair. They put the guy in the chair, put a mask over his head. Before they put the mask over his face.
No dignity at all.
Before they put their mask over his face, he gets to say his last words. And then they put the mask over his face. And they count down from 5. And drop it all the way down to 1. And all you hear is that fire. And that's it.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's all at once.
Why did they just have them sit down? Gee whiz, have some dignity.
I was listening to a video about
This
it.
is last sit.
The guy just got executed, last 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
He chose fire squad. He didn't want to be injected.
But his hands was in his lap.
Mm-hmm. That was weird.
Till they fired, and then he just went like...
Yeah.
I don't say why they didn't let him stand.
Why was he in prison for to begin with?
Killed a bunch of things. Did some killing.
Oh, wow.
What? Do it.
He welcomed it.
Why don't you sit improper in that chair, please?
Tell you what, I'm going to tie your legs.
How?
Why don't they just build it?
Don't worry about how.
Put a seatbelt on it and put it on there. Click, click. It's not one of those type of day. You can get out of it.
I'll cut it.
You can.
I'll buy my fork. It'll take me years.
I'm going to find a regular chair, and he's going to sit in it instead of that.
Yeah, a hard wooden chair or metal chair.
You want a wooden chair?
Yeah,
Nothing
now
coming.
they'll be outside broken.
Well, then learn to sit proper at the table.
Right.
Please. Please.
They don't want to see your leg up in the seat.
They don't want to see your leg cover your
You're
face.
13 years old, boy.
These people are liking you guys in the video.
You don't need to see me. I'm Dark Shadow. you fine?
What? What?
He threw his gizzard on his plate like a piece of dead meat.
Oh,
Dead. It deserved to be buried.
That
I
dessert.
wonder if there was something you were supposed
Maybe
to
you'll
cut
find a
off of
hawk.
them.
They'll love these.
Uh-uh.
They love the innards. Yeah, a hawk will eat the innards.
Even if it's cooked?
Not cooked. Hell no. Why not? They killed it. They picked the prey out. They eat the innards and some of the other parts.
Oh.
Something wrong with him? I'm not gonna go.
All right, you have a denture, honey, and see what you can eat and what you can't. Normally, I can eat them. I just can't chew them very good right now for some reason. I can't chew them very good.
That's
They're
like-
good. They're delicious.
You gotta be a cow.
That's how a falcon eat a bird. And they eat its guts and then they eat its part of its wing and everything else. And they left nothing but his head and feathers everywhere.
You gotta be a
Oh,
cow.
I cleaned out the container over there where the onions and stuff goes. Yeah, the red onion.
Was it pretty nice?
You like this.
Oh,
Was it growing?
it was doing something. Turning black.
It was growing.
I threw it away.
It's growing. And then it's flowering.
Did I put onions on the list this time? Nope.
No.
So turn it around this way, Mama, for a minute.
All right. Oh, hang on. That was half your head.
See that.
All right, y'all. We love you all, and all I got to say is look down the description below for everything. Chicken gizzards were good, Johnny.
Is that my hole?
They were delicious.
Where I could bury?
So like, subscribe, share us out, and
Aw.
enjoy our crazy family if you're new to the channel. We love you all, and God bless you. Take care. Peace out.
I know.
I don't